This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Luca Perich, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Burn.
Sorry, I had to do it. Hello and welcome back to another week. That's right, it's a weekly episode of the Nightwing News. I am Phil. Joining me as always.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And we were supposed to have Miss Little Hellfire, who I make do 20 different shows with me, but she couldn't make it. If you listen to the other shows, you know they're not the Armadillos. So that's all right. We got a lot of content to talk tonight. We got what? 1, 2, 3 newer issues, and then the whole Judas Contract. So yeah, buckle up, kids. Move fast. All right, so yeah, I mean, we'll probably start with DC Crimes of Passion, since that's like the oldest. Well,
yeah,
the oldest.
Well, there's not. One. There's not that much.
Yeah, I didn't know if you wanted to hit on it because it's only it's only 3 pages.
It's just a short story,
yeah.
But I like the cover. It's funny because he's like, "Why? You're a detective." that was kind of funny.
I was thinking of that cover.
I mean, it's just what
I was thinking of that cover today when did you you saw the headline that Tom King was teasing that Catwoman's going to be pregnant and
yes, I think I might have been the only one who reacted because it wasn't a post, but I put the laughing emoji on Facebook because it just feels so ridiculous. The last thing Bruce Wayne needs is yet another biological child.
Like I said, I don't know if it's going to be like in continuity, because I swear I thought I saw somewhere that they were saying that it's going to be like a 12-issue series maybe, and it's going to start from like the day they met till the end of their, probably when one of them dies or something.
Oh, yeah, that could be.
Like their whole relationship, over time, go to the future and stuff, But no, I was thinking of that DC Crimes of Passion cover and thinking it's Dick's kid.
That would be funny.
But yeah, what did you think of that story? Like I said, it's every story in there is only 3-4 pages.
Oh yeah, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
He was Nightwing in it. Mm-hmm. And he's just helping rescue a kid from falling in with bad people.
Yes.
So that was good. Of course, they had to have a moment in there of Dick being mad as Robin, but Alfred points out, yeah, Bruce, you were like that too when you were a kid. Of course, always with that.
So I'm assuming that must take place 2 years, at least 2 years ago, or that story, because he's or unless when he comes back, who knows? But yeah, it was nice.
Yeah, who knows?
It was nice to have regular Nightwing.
Yep, and then I'm guessing their argument was what are we? Are we dating? Are we not going to date? Like a state of the relationship, sort of argument. And then Commissioner Gordon pulls out some early 1900s poetry that Barbara left laying around, and she comes in to save him from getting beaten up by some gangsters. But then their argument is actually, they're like, let's not fight, but it's not all resolved. As to what they are.
Yeah, and I guess, it is a superhero comic, so it's not going to be, just pure romance, but yeah, it was more like the adventure. Right, yeah, because he's like, I know I need you. And she says, I need you too, but that's it. So we don't know. How do they need... I guess it's good because, yeah, we know they need each other in some way, but yeah, Yes. The argument was what are we to each other? They didn't resolve it. But, it was cute, and I like seeing Barbara in that purple Burnside costume again, because that one's pretty fun. Mm-hmm. She's been changing her costume so much lately. Or, she has. They've been changing her costume so much. Oh, I don't have it in front of me. That is the Burnside costume?
Yeah, it's the purple one.
Yeah, so that is before he got shot in the head, yeah, because they've changed. Yeah. Now she just had. It's more. I mean, it's pretty much a. Like it's not a cow. Like
right. Yeah, because she's got the cowl here.
Yeah.
Which I think would be smart to have a cowl when you have long hair like that. But I don't know. It's been a long time since I had long hair, and I never tried to fight crime while having it.
They like it visually.
Yes, I think so.
All right.
That one was cute, but not nearly as satisfying, actually, as Alfred Pennyworth R.I.P.
Yep.
When you said this one was good. I mean, it's still really sad that Alfred is dead, and hopefully that gets fixed ASAP. I mean, he's been dead before, back in the 60s, and then he did that weird outsider thing, and hopefully they don't do that, because that was ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But I'm sure they'll figure out something to make him come back.
Yeah, we were just saying before, it's like now that they have like that Pennyworth prequel show on the air, because season 2's coming, are they going to like use a Lazarus pit to bring him back and like de-age him? Are we going to get like a younger Alfred when he comes back?
Oh, that would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
That would be weird.
Not like young, but like younger. Like, hey, I can join you in the field, stuff.
I mean, weird. But they don't need Alfred to join them in the field.
I know. There's like 20 Bat family members. I know, but yeah.
Yeah. And like, I don't keep up with the main Batman or detective titles. Mm-hmm. And I know there was like, but I read a couple isolated ones. There was that Gotham girl or something, and that dude that, I don't know. There were some extra people that.
Yeah. That was Tom King's run. Now it's back down to, well, basically the new run, it's nice because it's like, Bruce and Selina are a couple, and they're they're still working together. And Lucius Fox is kind of like taking the tech side, helping him on the tech side.
Oh, okay. This is like what's just been happening since Alfred died.
Yeah. The whole timeline is kind of weird because I would assume this takes place around the current time or maybe before the new run.
They said that they say in like one of the early pages that this issue, Batman or Alfred Pennyworth takes place prior to Nightwing Annual 2. So
yeah, but that's weird because it's like, wasn't the annual like a flashback to like right after Dick gets shot in the head? But meanwhile, Alfred died at the end of King's Run, which was only a couple months ago.
Yeah, I think they messed up with that. I mean, obviously, what they're trying to say is this takes place before Dick starts to realize before the Court of Owls stuff starts to happen. Yeah. Because I did get a little. I was like, what? Nightwing Annual 2? Yeah. So, yeah, I think they put the wrong thing in there.
Yeah. Because I mean, this whole.
But anyway,
I mean, it's based.
But a couple. Mm-hmm. Well, one thing that I thought was I never do this right on there. One thing that I thought was interesting was how, so we've got the Bat family gathering, but not everybody in the Bat family is like standing up there with Bruce when he cuts the ribbon, but it's Bruce and Damian and Dick and then Barbara, which I thought, okay, Barbara's kind of interesting because she's never really been part of the Wayne family.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she has her own family, which is better for her mental health. But I guess since she's well-known associate of Bruce, I thought that, I mean, I get it, but I also thought that was kind of interesting. But I thought it was particularly interesting that even though Dick is Rick and doesn't remember how he knows these people, they made sure to get him up there. Because, I mean, obviously, I guess it kind of shows the family's trying to hide that Dick's all messed up in the head.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they wanted to include him, which I'm glad they did, because he even makes the comment in this issue. It's like, not even being able to remember anything. I'm sure, with Alfred gone, I would be the one bringing everyone together.
Right. Well, that's why, obviously, as Dick Grayson fans, we like this issue. But I thought it was really cool and important that they had Damian, who's a kid, Bruce's son, but then they made sure, even though Dick is the most mentally messed up and doesn't realize why he's even there, they made sure to have him there because he's so closely associated with Bruce. I think it's, it would have been much more noticeable if Dick wasn't there standing next to Bruce than if, someone else wasn't there standing next to Bruce. I just liked it because I thought, oh, this is a reminder that they recognize how important his place is in the Bat family. And Bruce is recognizing how important his place is in the family. Because even though he doesn't even remember, Dick doesn't even remember his place, they're like, please be here because we need you to help us act this out so people don't get suspicious.
But yeah, no, I like everyone.
That's what I thought.
I love all the Robins and Barbara got like their own little flashbacks with Alfred and stuff. And again, we get a glimpse of Nightwing because it's in the past.
Yes. Yeah. So, yeah, overall, it was really good. Okay, so that's Cass. Who's this? Oh, is that Duke?
Let me see.
Is that Duke on the page?
Yeah.
Okay. Signal, right?
Yeah.
He just looks so big, and I thought Duke was a kid.
He's a teenager, but yeah.
I guess that's true.
Okay, I guess you can always blame it on the suit.
Right. Okay. But so then I thought it was kind of interesting and sort of ridiculous when Dick is like, okay, I can serve you guys. I'm not quite sure. I don't really remember the butler. And then Jason's like, the butler really shows some respect. Why the hell do we even invite you? You're not a part of this family anymore. It's like, oh, geez, slow your roll there, Jason. But it felt like a very Jason reaction.
It's like, yeah, you're lucky they invited you at all, Jason. I mean, he's been on the outs with Batman ever since he tried to kill Penguin.
Sure. But then I thought it was also kind of funny that, I guess it can show how I think that, they're saying this to show how upset everybody is because people lash out. Because Barbara says, it's not like either of you were in the city when things really went down with Bane, so don't pretend like either of you has a leg to stand on, which is also kind of a ridiculous statement to make because, yeah, Dick was shot in the head and had no idea what was going on. So, he wasn't in the city when Bane said that, but I don't think he would have been much help if he had.
Well, and two, like they even mentioned, Bane had Alfred hostage. He even told them, if any of you comes in the city, I'm going to kill him. And Damian came in, and Bane killed Alfred.
Yeah. So it was they're kind of annoying statements, but I think they were put in there to be annoying, to kind of show everybody is really kind of, on edge. They're grieving, and in typical Bat people fashion, they kind of lash out at each other when they're grieving.
Yes.
They're not necessarily get sad grievers, they get mad grievers.
But yeah, I can't wait till Dick gets his memory back. He's going to be, I wonder if people are going to like drift apart, and when Dick's fully back, he'll bring everyone back together.
Yeah, hopefully, because that would be nice. Yeah, Damian's is cute. And of course, like Barbara's ripping into Bruce. Which is good. Yeah, then you have kind of of Tim's flashback. You get Nightwing in an early Nightwing suit briefly. And then, yeah, it is kind of interesting how everybody, leaves after they say their thing. And then...
So yeah, I love Dick's whole thing where he says, I'm sure if I had my memories, I'm sure Dick Grayson would be the one to bring everyone together. Which it's like, he hasn't been in Gotham. Where does he at the end he pulls out that picture of the Bat family. Where did he get that from? I mean, unless he went through Dick Grayson.
Well, he has an apartment and stuff.
I guess.
Right?
Yeah, but remember he was sleeping in different people's apartments for a while, so I don't...
Yeah, but I thought that was supposed to be partially because he doesn't remember that he has an apartment.
I don't know. Well, again, this takes place before Annual 2, so he's not supposed to remember anything. I don't know. It's very...
I don't know.
Yeah.
Comic book science, Bill. You know how it works.
I wish they would have been like, yeah, my memory's starting to come back. I'm starting to remember Alfred.
Yeah, well, but it does kind of seem like his memories are coming back a little bit because
he gives
Bruce that glass and Bruce says, I don't drink. And he says, I know, that's ginger ale.
Oh.
And then Dick has a good talk with Bruce. And yeah, actually he does point out a really good point that I think is important to remember with Alfred is that Alfred is also only human. So as Dick puts it, He says, okay, Alfred helps you put these things in perspective. He raised you, yes. Okay, so it's clear that he wasn't the magic cure for your problems that others make him out to be. If he had been, you wouldn't dress up like a bat and punch people. Which, fair enough. So, as he points out, what Alfred really did was ground you and remind you of things that were really important and what you're fighting for. So, yeah. Alfred reminded Bruce, take time for your family and this other sort of stuff. And so, yeah, I thought that was good. Yeah, to acknowledge that they can, I mean, I hope they don't. I hope Alfred comes back, but they can get by without Alfred. I mean, it will be sad and hard, but yes, Alfred isn't a magic cure-all. Everybody will just have to, try a little bit harder. But then, yeah, I thought the story was really cute, and it points out a lot of good stuff about Dick. How he's Alfred saying, "Oh, I'm laying these because this is the day of their marriage," and Dick says, "I feel like there's more to it than that." And Alfred says, Richard, always the most intuitive of the bunch." And so that was good to know. Dick, is most in tune with the other people's emotions.
Yes.
The only thing I thought was a little bit whatever, but this happens so often with this kind of stuff, is, of course, we have to layer on the guilt. Everyone has to have seemingly as much guilt as possible. And so, of course, we have to add in that, Alfred feels guilty because he wasn't there to drive them because he was about to go on a vacation or something. And I mean, maybe that's been said before, but it's just sort of course, one more bit of guilt we're adding to someone in the family.
Always.
I mean, it was a good story, though. Yes. Overall. And how Bruce's parents would be proud of him, and knowing the good that came, they would probably be okay with dying. And, yeah, that was good. Thanks for sharing that with me, Dick. Don't thank me. Go home and thank Alfred. And then it's cute. Sounds like that Dick Grayson guy was pretty smart to have said all that. Smart enough to keep your feet on the ground through all of this. So that was cool. And then, then he follows up with, look, I know I can feel it on some level. If I were myself right now, I'd be the one helping everyone heal. You're right. He says, I wish I could be that for you, but I don't remember.
Yes.
And I don't know why he would even want the Bat family to come back together. Everything's telling me to run, but Alfred's good. And then, yes, he picks up the picture. So, I guess, yes, a sign that maybe Dick is remembering some things. And weirdly, even though he's not himself, he is presumably, he's probably in this one, in this issue, he's the one most helping Bruce get his mind right.
Yeah.
Because he kind of points out, like, Alfred wasn't magic.
No.
You're gonna have to do some work too. And, Bruce seems to be listening to it best from Dick.
So, let's get to Dick starting to get his mind back. Today's Nightwing 69.
All right. But yeah, this was a good one, because even though he was Rick, like I told you, he felt like Dick.
He's starting to get his groove back.
And they said things that we like about Dick. Like, oh yeah, he, has strengths, like helping people with their emotions. And he's pretty smart too. Even if he's not techie genius level smart.
Yes, but this issue opened with a mysterious figure in the dark watching a news report about the new Nightwings. What? Is this a joke?
Yes. I wonder who it could be.
Then page 2.
But no, of course, right away, it's the Joker, because number one, the Joker's coming, but the font.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he has a special font. The words are in Joker font.
And if you didn't know, joke.
Right.
And then page 2 in Switzerland, look, it's Captain America. Red, white, and blue.
Maybe it's black.
What is that suit? I mean, it's not bad, but what's up with that suit? Again, he's kind of has his memories back, but he has those other memories too, so everything's all kind of muddled. even if he doesn't remember stuff, why can't he wear a Nightwing suit?
Maybe he doesn't have any right now because he's letting the other people wear them.
One phone call to Gotham, he's got a new suit. Or, it'd be funny if he pulled an old one out of storage. Big collar.
Yeah.
I don't see any of these new guys wearing a collar, so it's like the
I miss me some Disco Wing, but thankfully I got some.
That's right.
Whatever. Maybe he's just trying to go incognito. It's like when he has the third jersey for the professional soccer teams. It's the practice. It's the practice clothes. But I thought this one was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it does have a lot of narration, but he's kind of, I mean, I guess he's explaining it to be.
It's been a while.
Although it feels like it's kind of being recited to us afterwards, since most of the time he's beating people up at some fancy pants castle in Switzerland.
Maybe it's been a while since I enjoyed an issue this much. I was going to say, what is this, 69? So maybe 20 issues, maybe since 49.
Yeah. But this page right here, this page was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
The one that has him down there and has the memories. And, we know on the right-hand side, well, the Batman side, whichever it is, that those are the real ones. But it was cool to see that how the owls are just, I mean, they don't have to do a ton of work.
Yeah.
Because Dick, Bruce trained him in that way to do good. But his training, they didn't have to do a lot of work to change up the meaning, so to speak, of his training. I just thought it was good, okay, you've got Batman, guy with his face covered, and the other fake time. We just cover his face more and make him Italian. You're fighting.
Get it?
And I love how
the right memories are on the right side of the page.
Yeah, all right. So, and I love how there's kind of this, I think they're back with the short pants when he and Bruce are practicing boxing. Yes. So, yeah, the original, that's pretty stellar. And then, of course, you can see how Bruce and Alfred are better. I mean, which, of course, we knew, because Dick gets a real huge cake for his birthday with, God, it looks like he's 100 because it's so many candles on that cake. It's going to burn Wayne Manor down. Whereas his great-grandfather only gets him one wimpy little cupcake. Mm-hmm. Boo! And then you see him Nightwinging it up. And, of course, how he says Rick Grayson Talon or Dick Grayson Nightwing. Yeah. So he'll for sure go back to Dick Grayson, thank God.
Yeah, because he didn't even want to talk about Dick Grayson before, but now he's like, who am I, Dick Grayson or Rick Grayson? So we're getting there.
No more of these Rick shenanigans when he recovers.
That's right.
I'd be so annoyed if he recovered and still went by Rick. Ugh.
Yeah, the only way I'd see that is if they're like, oh, Dick's such an old-fashioned name. But no, they need to keep the Dick Grayson.
Well, I mean, that's part of the charm.
I know, yeah.
Yeah, be changing it. Also, I love how Bruce is wearing his sweater vest, because as we know, in the comics, they love them some sweater vests, as we saw with Robin Year One.
But yeah, him and B go to the doctor. He's trying to track down his doctor, but then they find out, she's part of the Court of Owls. She left her mask here.
Yeah, and I love how B, a normal person, is kind of, well, why exactly do you have to break and enter into a hospital to do this? Whereas Dick's all, no worries.
Well, it's a hospital. I bet you it's probably open. It's open 24 hours a day. He just had to pick the lock on the doctor's office, I think.
Oh, right, but she says breaking and entering, because they're breaking and entering into the office.
But it's all Bruce's fault. He's the one who brought the surgeon over from Switzerland.
Yeah, but she's been planning that for so long, because she really is the best. I mean, I assume. But then we can see the fake memories, because he's like, oh, this owl book is the last time I remember being happy. No, it's not. Which kind of leads me to believe that...
But he's getting more headaches.
I'm still unsure. I'm still unsure if I think that memory must have actually happened. Yeah, since they gave him the book. But then they've colored it. Because in his... He says his parents were shot. But that's not true. They fell from the trapeze wires. But I guess I
think he means the relatives, not his parents.
Oh, maybe.
I mean, they were Talons or they were supposedly Talons anyway, but I think that's the story they told him, is they were shot.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, I was thinking that was a sign that, like, this is a wrong memory, because he was saying his parents were shot.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, but I don't think they were shot. I remember didn't they put owl masks on?
Yeah,
I mean, because they weren't really.
That's what I'm saying. They were
really
owls. So that's what I'm thinking. The memory is they weren't shot in front of him. He must have been told, oh, they were shot. That's why we couldn't go back and see them again.
Right, because they weren't even really his relatives.
I think
they were owls. They were just faking it.
I think this big event is supposedly the big thing because I think this is probably where the memories part. This is the last real memory. From here, it's either Batman or the Talons. He has memories, but this is the last thing where he's like, I know this is the real thing because this is...
Yeah. And then something is going on with, I guess, because the memories are struggling with each other, he's getting the headaches. Giving him the headaches.
Because those fake memories are trying to assert themselves, and that's why he starts on the doctor. He's like, it's going to kill me if I keep all, 2 sets of memories.
Yeah. Which makes sense. But then why do you think her talons are so crappy? I thought talons were supposed to be good, but I guess not all of them are good.
Well, she said, I laid this trap. She wanted him to show up. She laid the trap for him.
Well, right, but you'd think she'd still want good talons that he wouldn't be able to beat so easily.
Well, again, he's getting his memory back. Maybe it's just he's that good again because he's fighting with the sticks.
I guess so.
Fighting with the sticks.
Conveniently placed pool. Okay, so why do you think they had it blow up? Because wasn't that one of her guys? That blew it up? Or do you think there's going to be something revealed that, I don't know, he's resisting, can't let him win? I guess maybe it is one of her people, so he's thinking, I'd rather him blow up.
Yeah, I'd rather...
blown up. Or maybe they think if he's caught in an explosion, it'll...
I don't know. I don't think it's like, I'd rather kill him than have him win. I don't know.
Mess his mind up just the right way.
Yeah, I don't know. But you were right about that glowing pendant crystal around her neck.
Because they were always very careful to show her wearing it in the pictures. It said, Chekhov's gun. And then, that poor castle destroyed. And he's trying to help her, but somehow... I don't know. She got away.
Well, it's supposed to look like she drowned, but again, no body, so it's like she can come back at any time.
Right.
It's going to be, he gets his full memory back, he's Nightwing again, and then at some point she's going to come back and be like, I can mess with you again. And he's going to be like, no, stay away.
Yep. Probably, but I assume he has that crystal, and you think that's where he's going to go, because isn't an issue... How soon is the issue coming up where he's supposed to go to Barbara?
I think it was, did it say, it's either April or May, so...
Okay, so maybe the Joker's coming in, but I would assume that crystal has got something to do with him getting his memories back. So maybe he takes it to Barbara to help him.
I'm thinking. Maybe it's like computer.
Unlock.
Maybe there's like some kind of computer in there or something.
Yeah, it unlocks the power of the crystal. And then... Joker's playing eeny, meeny, miny. Oh, and we know he's gonna go do something, probably try to kill all those other Nightwings,
and he's holding he's holding that crowbar, that infamous crowbar.
Yep. Because we know how Joker is. He doesn't like... Yeah. He's messed up, and he doesn't like anybody interfering in... his bat people.
Well, it gets worse. There was a page. I don't know if they showed it once before, but they showed it at the end of today's Batman. Joker has a board. He knows all the Robin's identities and Barbara's identity.
Oh, does he?
Yeah. It's like Dick Grayson, Nightwing, Jason Todd, Red. He has everyone's identity except for Bruce isn't on the board. But it's like, how can he not know Bruce is Batman if he knows?
Yep.
I mean, okay, Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, Damian Wayne. What's the connection here?
Yeah, what do they all have in common? Well, I mean, honestly...
And the guy with money.
It's easier to figure out Bruce and then be like, oh, these are who the kids are from that, because...
Well, I mean, Tim figured it out from Dick. He figured out Dick was Robin, then he was like, Bruce Wayne took in Dick Grayson.
Right. But I mean, if you aren't zoned in on how they move, I was like, Batman has to be a dude, and if you think about it, he's connected to money somehow.
Yeah.
because
although they did do Batman Incorporated, where Bruce said, "Oh, I fund Batman," so unless they do something like that,
but
I don't know. I just don't like
everyone in Gotham has a willing suspension of disbelief. But isn't it? Didn't they kind of hint that the Joker knew Jason Todd was Robin all along, or did they kind of go back on that?
I don't know. I think it was it New 52? They said he kind of like set up the whole thing with Jason, like killing his parents and stuff. So the Batman would take him in, like Joker created his own Robin. But yeah, it's New 52, so I don't know if they retcon that. But I don't like him knowing everyone's identities just because he's always told Batman, it's like, I don't care who's under your mask. That's not the real person. Batman's the real person. And I don't care what stupid face you have under that mask.
That's true. But at the same time, I mean, they've moved away. I mean, because I read a lot of the old comics, and they used to get so much mileage out of, oh no, someone's almost figuring out that Bruce Wayne is Batman. And now they've definitely turned away from that they don't really, it seems like they don't really care anymore how many people know if Bruce Wayne is Batman, because they just keep, I mean, everybody who knows has their own reason for keeping it quiet. Hugo Strange clearly knows, but
well, the Riddler learned at one point, but as me and Lil say, he caught himself a case of amnesia.
Seems to be going around.
Yeah.
So, well, that's interesting. But I don't know. Yeah, you kind of had to suspect that. Maybe, I don't know. It doesn't surprise me that much that Joker knows, or that they would have Joker know, because
I just want to see Nightwing. I just want to see Dick kick his butt.
For sure. But isn't the Joker popping up in everybody's comics?
I think there's something. Well, I know he's going to be in the Batman thing. I don't know if they're going to do like a unofficial crossover or whatever, because Joker's just going to be showing up in everyone's book, especially when Dick goes to Gotham.
We shall see.
So should we get to the main event?
All right. Yeah, I think
the Judas Contract.
I think we're good. Yeah, the Joker War opening shots. But yes, we're getting close. And now, I think we've said it before, but now that they've finally connected his amnesia stuff in his brain with the Court of Owls and the Talons were deliberately messing with it. Now that it has a purpose and it is tied into some larger purpose, it's a much better storyline. I mean,
yeah, because
still not my favorite, and I still wish they could have had it in fewer issues. But
because before it was like he was running from he's running from being Dick Grayson and Nightwing, and it was just like, it just seemed like he did it because he was acting through cowardice. Like, it's like, I was hurt, I'm afraid, which you get, but it's like, that doesn't seem like Dick Grayson. But once you throw in, he was being manipulated, it's like, okay, I buy it more now.
Right. Like I said, it just feels like they didn't really know what they wanted to do with it at first, other than we just need him out of the way because we're trying to get everybody out of the way so Bane can mentally break Batman. And I get that. I mean, I think it is better to have a reason why, the other members of the Bat family can't come to Batman's assistance than just, we conveniently didn't want them to. But then I think once they started having some of these, crossovers and, you're of the villain, then it was able to slide back in more easily. But whatever. Hopefully all will be fixed up soon. I mean, I think so, because, this is the big 80th year of Robin. They're not going to want to leave him out of the suit too much longer.
No. Especially with Titans coming up probably in the fall.
Right. Yeah, it got renewed, right?
Oh, yeah. They're getting season 3. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think...
Right. It's
probably going to be in the fall. But I'm telling you, issue 75 is probably going to be it.
All right. Let's hope.
Teen Titans.
Well, that's so... Okay. Judas Contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disco Wing. Woo!
But yeah.
Okay, so
we're going to start with issue 39.
Sure. I mean, a lot's been said about the Judas Contract. Everyone should read it. It's pretty awesome.
We basically get Dick's last mission with the Titans as Robin.
Robin, yes. And of course, the Brother Blood stuff is so interesting. As well, and kind of relevant, but also the Brother Blood and the sort of cult issue feels very 80s to me.
Yeah,
feels like that was a particular concern in the 80s. Anywho, The one thing that I'd kind of forgotten about reading this is how Stevie Slade is.
Oh, yeah. I mean...
Because he's having a relationship with Tara, and she is, 16? And he's old?
Yeah, I forget. Is she 6? She's either 6... Yeah, I think... Yeah, she's no more. She isn't older than 16. So, yeah, I mean, it's implied he's having, like, a sexual relationship with an underage girl. Yeah,
and... Yeah, I mean, it's very, and if they're implying it, because I think this is like the tail end of the days of the comics code. Yeah, I mean, they're having a relationship. They just can't come right out and say it.
Oh yeah, I mean, they're sitting around in bathrobes and stuff. It's like, they're heavily implying it. Yeah,
yeah, and I was like, oh my god, dang.
Because her face too. They draw her like very young looking. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just that's part of the reason why I think Beast Boy is particularly interested in her is because everybody else is older than Beast Boy.
Oh yeah, it's like age appropriate.
Just by a couple years. The other ones are 18 or 19, and Beast Boy's 16. But that makes a difference. But yeah, it's like Slade. I mean, it was a bad guy. It's just interesting because I think Slade has actually been almost a little bit rehabilitated in some more recent stuff. I think people really liked Slade, and they realized Deathstroke the Terminator is a cool villain. And he sort of became, honorable is pushing it too far because he is a mercenary, but I don't know. Maybe people never, I assume the Titans never figured out that she was having a sexual relationship with Slade, but it feels like they kind of forgot that sometimes people kind of forget about that skeevy, super unsavory aspect of his past.
Yeah, I think they just like kind of try to sweep it under the rug. Even like current comics, like they kind of retcon it and say they weren't, but it's like, they heavily, and then it's like, and then you could tell she's evil. She's smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, and she's wearing makeup.
Oh, you hussy.
Yep, that's bad. That's bad news.
Oh my god, that makes it even worse. It's like, Deathstroke couldn't have sex with this underage girl unless she put makeup on. Oh my lord.
Yeah, he's really skanky in this, and it's wild because in some later comics, and even later in New Teen Titans, he kind of reaches this sort of respect. He and Beast Boy have that moment, and then later, sometimes in the Nightwing solo series, he shows up in Bloodhaven and, he goes to Dick's apartment and visits him and, doesn't, he knows his identity, obviously. He doesn't try to kill him. He kind of has this, I have to beat you the honorable way and, I kind of like you, kid, because you were friends with my kid sort of thing. Mm-hmm. And then rereading this, I was, oh my gosh.
But it's like when him and Wally are like, saying, they're Wally's just quitting, but Dick's like, Robin has to be Batman's partner, but I'm not Robin anymore. And he's like, I'm just plain old Dick Grayson. He's like right in front of Tara, which like, I know they don't know she's a traitor yet, but it's like, you've known this girl for 5 minutes and you're already telling her you're Dick Grayson. I'm like, it's a hop, skip, and a jump that Bruce Wayne is Batman.
Right, but the Titans have always been more trusting.
Yeah, I know. But again,
they've always been more family than business. Although this isn't the first issue with her. She's been there. She's been there for some things.
But he's known the rest of them for years. I'm like, that's fine. But it's like, again, what do you know about this girl?
Well,
she dates older men.
They don't know that. But they don't know that.
That is so weird because, like, they're sitting around in bathrobes. In the next scene, it's like he's like, let's go outside and train.
Yep. So, it's really. I'm glad they included 39 because when he says, "I'm giving up being Robin," and explaining, which is an excellent explanation and totally makes sense. Robin will always be the back half of Batman, and Robin belongs with Batman. The trouble is I don't. And it really does make sense. They were very smart. Wolfman and Perez realized, Dick Grayson's, I think he's supposed to be 18. The dude's been 18 for like 15 years at this point.
Yeah. And it's like, I mean, the book's popular. Dick's probably like one of, if not the, one of the most popular characters over here. So they want to keep him here, but it's like, meanwhile, they want a full-time Robin over in Batman, so.
Right. And it does make sense, because certainly by this time, but even early on, yeah, Robin is more of a sidekick role. I mean, it was a smart move to have the first Robin grow out of the role and become, a new hero. It just makes me sad. I just love this version of it where everybody is still, gets along and there's nobody being fired and nobody being tied to chairs, and stuff like that.
Which we'll explore more next episode when we get to Batman 368.
Yeah. Well, that's still a happy one.
The
368.
Yeah, the pre-crisis.
It's where it's like, you're like, oh, it's so sweet.
Yeah, the pre-crisis one.
It's bittersweet. Yeah. But yeah, then how he takes the costume off and settling, although they never are consistent with whether this is just pants or a whole tunic. Because in some of the ones in the 70s, Dick will take his shirt off and then like lay down in bed. There's one where he's like wearing a bathrobe and he's wearing, it's just green pants. So they're not, but we can't have too much shirtlessness.
Well, I love Tara's like, oh, take it all off. He's like, no, I'm just stripping my identity, not all my clothes. He's like, this isn't cable TV.
I know, that's such an 80s comment too. Cracks me up. And him saying, I've worn this costume since I was 8. So again, the pre-crisis, they've established, he was 8. Then I think, but they were very loosey-goosey on that, and they're very loosey-goosey with it, honestly, after Crisis as well.
It depends who's writing it, yeah.
Right. But yeah, I do kind of think it's cool, in this, initially how he's, I'm gonna give it up and take some time to think about who it is. And then, of course, you love, Cyborg, Vic's comment, one word of advice, this time don't wear short pants. Which he does take that advice. So that's good.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, that was a awesome one. Wally, moving on. Is Wally going to become the Flash soon? Or no, well, I guess he does kind of, although they didn't obviously intend for that to happen right away, because this is still pre-crisis.
Yeah, he doesn't, he actually doesn't make the decision until, like, the couple final pages of the last issue of Crisis on Infinite Earths, and then they...
Okay. So, yeah, I guess they really were just...
He basically retires until Crisis, yeah.
Okay, so I guess they were just kind of tired of writing Wally in here.
Because they basically need a speedster, and so they actually go to Blue Valley in Crisis, and they're like, yeah, we need you to come out of retirement.
All right. So then, Judas Contract Part 1. Boom. The Eyes of Tara Markov. So
Tales of the Teen Titans 42.
Yep, so we had our first step in 39. Dick has given up being Robin. And then Donna's taking pictures. We're seeing them in their kind of normal lives now that they've accepted Tara in. This is how she finds out
if you like bikini
all their secrets.
If you like Bikini Starfire with the big 80s hair, this issue's for you.
For sure. And then talking about the wedding.
Oh, yeah.
So cute. How Donna's like, Dick, will you walk me down the aisle? I would love to. Their BFF friendship. So cute.
Meanwhile, Tara's just taking notes on all the, all their lives and everything she can tell Deathstroke. Yep.
Checking out.
But Raven senses evil from her.
Yep. Oh, and then the very famous when they're fighting and Corey still manages to defeat Donna, tossing her into the pool. Then they have their moment. They're hugging. It's so cute. But of course, Tara hates it because she's a mean person.
Yeah, but then her and Beast Boy are fake fighting. Yeah, she almost kills him.
Yeah.
Because she gets angry.
It's pretty intense. And then she goes back to, and like, holy crap, there's no reason that she should be wearing that outfit around. Like,
Deathstroke.
Why you gotta be so sketchy?
There's no reason any 16-year-old should be wearing that outfit. in any
Right, it's like, Deathstroke, why? And yeah, her personal issue, how much she dislikes Raven because Raven can sense it. And then the betrayal. Then this is where Dick really starts to show us how awesome he is. I mean, we know he's awesome, but in this particular version, with his apartment and his typewriter, so 80s.
Yeah, because you didn't see much of him in part 1, just talking to Donna and stuff. But yeah, because at this point, it seems like all the Titans have already been captured, so Deathstroke's coming for Dick.
Yep, and then I love his $300 leather jacket. Hate to do this to you. That was a lot of money in 1983.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I would not want to ruin a $300... I mean, if it was my life of ruining a $300 leather jacket, obviously I would do that, but... I was like, Bruce obviously bought that for you.
I was going to say, at this point, does Dick have a job even?
No, I remember looking that up once and posting about it back when I had my blog. In New Teen Titans, Dick does not have a job. Like, if you've ever wondered what was Dick's day job when he was in New Teen Titans, he doesn't have one, because there's an issue after this where he mentions how he doesn't have a job. Like, just being a Titan is his job.
Where's he getting money for rent then, and
obviously Bruce,
I guess. I can't be your partner anymore, but pay my rent.
Bruce is basically his dad.
I know.
Well, it's not like it's gonna be hurting Bruce Wayne any. But yeah, I think it was partially not that important then. I think they've tried to emphasize, I have to be my own man and stuff more. In New Teen Titans, they were like, there's lots of tightening going on. We don't need to worry about his day job. Because obviously they couldn't think of anything other than being a junior billionaire playboy, but without really the playboy aspect since he has a steady girlfriend.
But yeah, Dick gets away, and I love Deathstroke. He's like, funny, of all the Titans, the one without powers proved the hardest.
Yep, yeah. So that's a really awesome part. And then he goes and checks out everybody's apartment, and so we see him being the detective that we know he is, figuring out, okay. I mean, it's probably not super hard to figure out Corey got blown up somehow since there's all that debris around.
Yeah, well, it's weird. Like, it's like it's supposedly a package from him because they show all these in flashbacks, but is that an explosion or is it like some kind of electrical shock or something? Or
I don't know. It's something.
Yeah.
But I mean, that makes sense because otherwise she would just pick up a package from Dick and not worry about it.
Yeah.
He knows their weaknesses. Then I love how Donna has a car.
Yeah, but yeah,
right.
he got Donna by she was developing pictures and he basically gassed her.
Yeah, and then how some kind of weird chair got delivered to, and so Vic is short circuited with electricity, which makes me think maybe it's supposed to be some kind of bomb for Starfire, so that way it's a little bit different.
Maybe. And
then I don't know where he picks up that green jacket. It must be Vic's jacket because it looks kind of big on him.
Oh, the trench coat. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the trench coat. And then boom, Titan's Tower, and finally Adeline comes in, and then we get a whole long explanation. And I think this is part of the reason we have this whole long explanation is because this is where. Oh, it is funny how they get Beast Boy by him signing autographs and like he's drugged by the envelopes.
Did you ever watch Seinfeld? Did you ever watch Seinfeld?
Yes, that's how she died.
Yes, George's wife, or fiance, yeah.
He could have died. Maybe they stole it from New Teen Titans. We'll have to ask Larry David. Did you? But then, of course, we get this whole long thing, because I think this is the first time we've really gotten the backstory, right, of Slade. I mean, he's popped up.
Oh, part 3, because
in issue 2, but
well, no, they go into his origin in issue 3, because issue 2 ends with Adeline tells him, Tara's the traitor, then they show how she takes down Raven, and how they got Beast Boy and stuff, and then
I'm Slade's wife.
Yeah.
And then Dick gets kind of mad at Joey. They're staring at him. And then I like how Dick's shorter than Joey. I like to think of Dick as being kind of short.
Yeah.
Because he's an acrobat, and isn't it better to be short? And then there's this very long, I mean, it's very long and important, but it's like very military, but blah.
Well, yeah, it's part 3, so I mean, this is such an important issue because not only is it the first appearance of Dick as Nightwing, but yeah, he gets Deathstroke's origin, I think, for the first time.
Yes, and it's There Shall Come a Titan, and you also get Jericho popping up for the first time. So it's a twofer. It's a double whammy. Okay. But yes, no, I was just saying skipping over because it's like... Yeah. It's important, but it's a lot of military stuff. That's Deathstroke's origin. But yeah, that it is how you get it first, and they talk about what went wrong.
I love how the whole tree. It's so funny, like Deathstroke's origin, because it's like I think didn't she say the original, like the army was trying to create something that would make soldiers resistant to truth serum, but then meanwhile they give them like he gives them enhanced reflexes, higher intellect, and all this other stuff.
Yeah. So. Totally.
So yeah, but at the end of the last at part 2, Deathstroke reveals that he captured the Titans for Hive, completing the contract his son Grant.
So going circling all the way back around to I think issue 2 when he first came in. The stuff about Joey, that's why he can't.
So did they ever show? I mean, I'm. Like in the issues in between 39 and 42, did they show him working on a suit? Because he had at the end of this, he pulls out a suit out of a case, but
no, they didn't. No, that just happens in between panels.
I guess, yeah.
It just whips it up. Then I like how Adeline's the one that shoots Slade's eye out. Yeah, that coming. Yes, and then. It's like, you can't barge in there as Dick Grayson. You're right. I've got to become a full-time Titan. And then this page is one of the best pages in comics.
What, when he's pulling the case? When he's pulling the case out?
Yeah, and like all the stuff he's talking about, I mean, it's not a particularly action-y page, but in terms of a sort of, character development, you know...
Well, yeah.
Hits you in the feels, and as they say, it's a great panel.
And he talks about his 2 inspirations, Batman and Superman.
Exactly, and you see the pictures on the wall. He has Corey, him and Batman being
his parents,
in happy times. His parents, yeah. And he talks about my mentors, my friends, Batman, Superman. I grew up in your shadow too. That's where I got the name, and so many people have influenced, shaped my thinking, given me love. He talks about his parents, talked about Superman, Batman, how he took in a boy, showed him how to be a good man. How much Corey has helped him be a better person, and how it's time to commemorate all those who made me someone special. Like, it's really good. I mean, it's really meaningful. It's not just, I needed a new suit and a name. So it's cool.
Yeah, I love they give like a reason and a back. Yeah. And the name comes from a Kryptonian legend, of course. So.
Yeah, they give it a cool backstory and why, it looks different from the Kryptonian suit because it's being more Batman influenced. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's great. And then, boom, we have the reveal. Are you ready to say hello to Nightwing, spoken in a logo, so you know it's a big deal.
Him and
Jericho. And there he is. Glorious Disco Wing with his deep V. Yeah! This is some great 80s right there.
Oh, yeah.
And then, boom, Joseph has special powers. Jericho jumps into Dick's body, which is a crazy sweet power.
Oh yeah.
And then I love how he shows him, I can't move my leg. My legs are moving of their own accord. He makes him dance.
Yeah, then it's like
so cute.
Then it's like punch him.
Right, yeah. They're like, oh, okay. And then he's like, I wish I had paid attention when Batman taught me sign language, but he must have paid some attention because then he says you only want to help. That must be what Joey's signing on his back. Mm-hmm. So.
But then they fly off, leave Adeline in the tower.
Yep, smoking. And then we're at the annual 3, the big finale.
Yep.
Everybody's attached up, and then Tara is revealing that it's weird. I mean, she didn't. I mean, they talk about it as betrayal, but she didn't really betray them because she played them, I guess, is the thing. Because she was never really, I mean, to them, she betrayed them, but to her, I mean, she was always bad. She wasn't turned.
Yeah, no. She made them trust her, and then,
Right. Yeah. Yeah, she betrayed them, but, at the same time, it's just interesting, because I remember reading some of the stuff, I think, in here, that they were really a lot of people were really upset when this happened, because they were kind of, how can you have a Titan go bad? And Wolfman and Perez's thing was, we didn't have her go bad. She was always bad.
Oh, yeah.
You just didn't want to believe that she was bad because she was pretending to be a Titan, but she was still bad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then Dick and Joey are trying to sneak into the Hive's HQ.
Yep.
Looks like a giant UFO in a mountain range.
Heck yeah.
I mean, I know it's like for like the cold, but I like that. I kind of like that little helmet thing Dick's wearing.
Yeah, it's pretty snazzy. Well, then Adeline left, and so she goes to Wintergreen, and then we get more info.
Yep.
On Slade.
Well, she's like, why do you stay with him? Why do you help him? And Wintergreen basically gives her the story that he was like a prisoner of war, and Slade came and rescued him.
And that's why Slade got kicked out of the army.
Yep.
Even though he was a super soldier. And then we see Joey. He's very useful with his contact because he's like, he can dress up in their outfit, but he doesn't even have to, leave an unconscious body behind. He just, boom, goes inside them.
And
that's how he can talk.
Make the guards attack each other. It's like confuse them.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome power.
Oh yeah.
And then boom, because Dick, of course, doesn't. Well, I mean, Adeline explained to it, but then finally he goes in. You, Tara, when they bust in.
Oh yeah.
He boom throws stuff down.
Gas.
They wheel him in, and then all of a sudden, Deathstroke is like, "Wait a second, Jericho, that dude was not part of the contract."
Yeah.
And boom, Jericho goes inside his dad, which he also did in the show, and that's how they're able to free all the Titans because Slade has no idea that Joey can do that.
Oh yeah.
But of course, because Joey does that, then Tara basically
thinks he betrays her. Yeah.
Thinks he betrayed her, and she goes nuts. And yeah.
So basically, the Titans are all beating on the Hive because as Tara's like basically trying to bring the mountain down.
Yeah, she's trying to get Slade. He's trying to explain, hey, my son was controlling me. She's, nope, I'm not believing it. And so, yeah, she's going. But
yeah, she's about to kill Jericho. And even Dick's like, I don't want to believe it, but I didn't want to believe it, but she is crazy.
Yep, yeah. But I can't let her kill Joey. So he hits her with a wingding.
Yep.
Conveniently already has made up. She starts knocking people out. Beast Boy tries to save her, but
well, yeah, because she's attacking Deathstroke, and he's like, "See, she's one of us," and she's like, "No, you idiot!
I want to kill all of you, yeah. Including him now." And boom, yeah. Well, they said we've been friends for almost a year, so it was a long con.
Because even like,
but then the reason that she gets some of it's like raining mud down on them, and some of them, like Dick, gets coated in mud, so Donna has to like break him out with an intense hug
without breaking him. Yeah,
yeah. But then, I mean, I think how they have it portrayed is that essentially Tara kind of kills herself because she just is so enraged that she's.
Well, yeah, she like basically just like trying to bring the whole thing down, and she basically like brings it down on herself. Yep. But yeah, the Titans are just like, oh, how dare you, but corrupt her, and he's like, it's like, no, she's always like this. Yep, and because there it says she's a little more than 16 years old at the end. Yeah. Oh yeah. It says she's insane. She hates, and she just
brings down the mountain on top of herself.
Yeah, because they have the funeral at the end, and they don't tell her brother Geoforce about that she was evil.
Yeah,
because look, and
then Gar.
There's the outsiders are there, including Batman, and look, little Jason Todd.
I know, so cute. And poor Gar. It's really he really struggles with it the most.
Oh yeah, well he was in love. It might have been like his first true love, and it was fake.
And Joey's gonna stay with the Titans.
Yeah, Adeline's like, you'll do well with them.
And he does for a while until they start making him, go insane and stuff. And then doesn't he get inadvertently killed by his dad at some point?
He gets possessed by like a demon or something. So like Slade has to kill him. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's what it was.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joey's a cool character. Joey/Jericho is a cool character, and I feel like for a while they did really good things with him. Like when he's first in, he's basically the Flash replacement. He doesn't have the same powers, of course, as Wally, but he's the seventh member. He's the Flash, the Flash replacement. But then later on, it kind of goes off the rails.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of one of the issues with. The new Teen Titans was amazing, but then I feel like you start getting into the 90s and it's kind of goes off the rails, in my opinion.
But yeah, we'll see Titans again in Batman Year 3.
Right, well, and there's a couple Titans again in Lonely Place of Dying.
Oh, yeah. But Year 3 comes first.
Yeah, because Lonely Place of Dying crosses over with Batman and Titans. Yeah, I really don't think it's until the early 90s that things start getting, maybe 89, we'll have to see. But there's a time when stuff starts kind of getting a little more out of whack when they're bringing in different people, and Mirage comes in, and she gets raped for the first time. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He's so pretty.
But yes, Judas Contract. It's really famous because of Tara, go to Adaption, but also as Nightwing fans, it's our jam because that's when Nightwing debuts, and coupled with 39 and like a little bit in Batman 368, which is next week.
Yep.
It's a really good story. And it's like a great coming of age that gives you warm fuzzies as opposed to angsties that. Some of the other ones.
Which for our purposes, we'll probably focus on the first part of that issue because.
Yeah, actually, the first part of that issue because we're reading it with another issue.
Yes,
we're really only concerned with like the first 3 or 4 pages. I think.
Like I said, next week we'll probably do like a comparison between Robin, Dick, and Jason and Tim because we're doing Batman 368 and also Robin number 0, like the 0 hour issue where.
No, wait, it's 0 hour, but it's number 10, right?
Oh, wait, is it number 10? Yes, I'm sorry. Yes, it's number 10, yes.
Very confusing, I know. Because there is a Robin 0 too, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's Tim's origin. Yeah, because when they did the 0 issues, they kind of went into the origins of people. Yeah, no, you're right. I'm sorry, yes. Robin number 10, where Tim meets...
0 hour.
Yeah, there's all kinds of time. Time goes wacky, and Tim meets a young Dick Grayson when he was Robin, yes.
Yep. So, yeah.
All
Stuff to look forward to.
That's right.
But Judas Contract, always a classic.
Yes. So are we done then? Because we did go long.
Yes, except though also I want to make a plug for these amazing Batman products that I got.
Batman products.
Yes. Check out these amazing pajamas I got on Amazon that feature Batman and Robin 60s style surfing, complete with Hawaiian motif. Amazing!
And if you're listening to this on the podcast, yes, you should watch this on YouTube. So
everyone should get some. They're awesome. Nice. And they were only $15.
Nice.
I know, right?
So next week, do your homework, read Batman 368, the first time we see Jason Todd in the actual Robin suit, and Robin number 10. Sort of Tim Drake meets a young Dick Grayson, because timey-wimey stuff. All right. And I keep wanting to promote different stuff, so since you're obviously a fan of everything Gotham, people, make sure you check out Before the Bat on the Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks podcast, where Lilith and I are covering Nightfall right now. We were doing some of the issues leading up to Nightfall, but next week we're covering Nightfall, part 1 of Nightfall. So, people, send your thoughts. Send all your Nightwing thoughts. Send all your Batman, or send all your Nightwing stuff, Batman Nightfall thoughts. Send all of it to capesandlunatics@gmail.com. Or the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And follow Nightwing News and Before the Bat and all of our stuff on social media. Find all the links in one convenient place. That's Linktree, linktr.ee/capesandlunatics. And support the sponsors, Tweaked Audio, Hunt a Killer, and buy yourself some books. Go on Amazon and buy Pod Life the book, and also it's a few years old, but go get Dick Grayson, Boy Wonder, that celebrates the character's 75th anniversary.
It was 5 years older. Dang.
I was promoting it on Before the Bat because I figured, Batman fans would probably like it, and Lil's like, oh, tell Kristen she needs to start on the next book. It's the 80th anniversary. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure
I know, it's too late. It's too late now. We actually had to start on that book like 2 years beforehand, so I don't know. I'm thinking maybe let's wait another 10 years and try to do something for the 90s. Because
there you go.
It was actually kind of a lot of work. It took like a year. It took over a year to get that book.
I figured, yeah. Oh, but maybe something for the 90, but when he hits 100, you got to do something big.
I know. Well, thankfully we have 20 years. God, we're gonna be so old when he's 100.
I know.
I mean, not like old, but
I'm gonna be early 60s.
I wish I'd be older because it'll hit 100 and I still won't have retired.
I know. Oh.
Still be working. Dang it. But yeah, okay, we got 20 years to plan, but who knows what will happen in that amount of time.
Yeah, who knows? All right, so I did your plug.
Catwoman and Batman, they might be on like their 5th kid.
Oh, please. Alfred will be on his 4th death. All right.
Alfred will have died and been revived 3 different times.
Yes. Oh, I saw something interesting. I mean, I know we're going long, but I saw something interesting on was it Facebook or Twitter? Someone put did the Bat family forget that Alfred has a daughter? For that issue.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, last I saw, she was working with Batwoman. I don't know if they're still doing that whole thing, but it's like, he has a daughter. Julia's out there in current continuity too, so.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I could have invited her to that wake or whatever,
Yeah, maybe you should have consulted his daughter about his funeral and stuff.
And I mean, there's no secret identity issues. She knows who they are, so it's like they easily could have invited her.
Yes.
All right. Let's get out of here.
All right.
Gave you people a lot tonight.
Good.
So yes, next week, Batman 368 and Robin number 10. And then I believe followed by Batman 408, the second origin of Jason.
Well, and the second transition to Nightwing.
Oh yes. Well, they quickly that up, but
I mean, that's why we're just reading 408, because Jason's stuff is 408, 409. Jason's more in 409.
There's a lot of back. Well, yeah, we'll get into why they did certain things with Jason, and again, how they really disrespected Dick in that issue, but okay, that'll be 2 weeks. So got a lot of we got a lot of good stuff coming, people.
We got some angst. We've done next week will be nice.
Yeah. Hopefully. All right, but until then, join us next week, same bat time or same wing time, same wing channel.
Same wing channel.